He's dead weight.
Trying to get my head straight.
Can't figure out which Spice Girl. All right, that's a different podcast.
Yeah, that's a different podcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central. I'm your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Jay. I am the king of Schwing McClintock. Jay, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing excellent, Ready to talk about this crazy movie. Next, we got David Amsterdam, motherfucker, Jessup. David, how you doing?
Awesome.
Excellent. Next, we got Miles. Did we come all this way to Europe just to smoke pot? Francis, Miles, you smoke pot all the time. So
kinda, yeah. I mean, that's not the only thing we're doing. There's also a lot of titties and gore to talk about.
Hitters and hitters, man. That's what hitters and quitters, I guess I should say. And finally, we got Raph. I got a lot of money for you. That makes you my bitch, Ramirez. Raph, how are you, sir?
Fantastic. What's up, guys?
What up? Guys, we watched Hostel. Running time, 94 minutes. Budget, $4.8 million. Box office, $82 million. So definitely made back its budget. Synopsis, 3 backpackers head to a Slavic city that promises to meet their hedonistic expectations, but have no idea of the hell that awaits them. Let's watch a trailer. If I can remember how to work my screen. Boom, boom. Do not ding me, whoever just dinged me. Close this. Cancel download. There we go. All right, can you guys see the screen?
What a cool poster, by the way.
That is a good poster.
Not bad.
Look,
I think
looks
that's
like
Eli
the
Roth on
chainsaw's his
the...
dick.
It looks like Eli Roth on the poster, the director. All right. There is a place where all your darkest, sickest fantasies. I'm working on my voice. Somebody's coming in. Where you can experience the hitters. Come on, Hobbs, what's up? Anything you desire.
Javi, of course, came in right when you were
Where
talking about hitters. That's perfect on cue.
Perfect.
What's that supposed to mean?
You love hitters, but you love ass more.
Yeah, that's true.
I do.
Inspired by true events. That's kind of iffy.
Murder vacations, bro. Thailand.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. Yeah, so yeah, this whole is inspired by Thailand, a website that he saw in Thailand, which said that you could kill somebody for $10,000 and showed somebody walking in the room and blasting away somebody. All right, Javi.
Dude, but there's never been any corroboration of that. Like, that's a great story, and it's maybe true, but, like, there has never been anybody that's, like, been able to... He's like, oh, yeah, I saw it once. I showed it to Quentin Tarantino, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah.
It seems convenient.
Yeah.
You can put based on a true story. Hey, we got Javi. You fucking whore. You fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. Baires. Javi, how are you, sir?
That's what Mom called me all the time growing up. It's like, fucking whore. It's crazy that you guys do that.
Yeah, I was just reading off what I heard. So yes, Javi, thank you for coming in. Welcome to the cast. Yes, so Hostel, history with it. Let's start going down the line. Raph, have you seen this bad boy before?
Yes, I saw it when it came out in theaters.
Oh, you went to see it in theaters?
Yeah, it was spooky as hell because I've always wanted to do that Europe thing when I got out of high school, you know.
I thought you were going to say
go
kill people.
backpacking.
Yeah, he's really into the murder tourism.
Yeah.
Well, what I learned from this movie is we're on a whole different tax bracket. Those motherfuckers are way beyond 6-figure incomes there.
Yeah, dude, I can't even afford a Ukrainian.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But yeah, I saw it. I remember it did terrify me when I was younger. I think I was 17, maybe 16, and then I remember terrifying me, and I never want to go to Europe ever since. Yeah.
There you go. Miles, have you seen this bad boy before?
Also saw it in theaters. Awkwardly enough, while I was on a break from college, I saw it with my parents, which was not the move. I'm going to tell you right up front.
How'd that go?
Honestly, I love the movie. I think that was definitely a point where my parents are like, "Oh yeah, this is a different person that we raised." No, I think my dad actually really liked it, but just like wasn't too vocal about it because I don't think my mom did. But I remember loving this movie at the time. The internet was a much different animal than it currently is, so I was very caught up into the myth of this whole thing. And like honestly, I remember searching like trying actively, like not because I wanted to participate, because I wanted to verify like, okay, is this real, and like trying to like hunt this down, which probably put me on some list, frankly. But I never was able to find anything. I just remember being really obsessed with the concept of this film and being like kind of freaked out by it because it hit on a different level than your Pennywise or Jason or your more supernatural scary movies, because this is something that could and probably does very much exist to some extent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That's for me. It freaked me out too. David, did you see this bad boy in theaters or did you catch it later?
I saw it on DVD, and this movie caused me to have one of the most realistic and disturbing dreams I've ever had, and a dream that has stuck with me my entire life. Like I had it that night, and the dream was me being one of the torture people.
Ooh.
Wait, the torturer or the torturee?
Yeah, the torturer.
Ooh,
oh, damn.
creepy, bro.
Do you guys want to hear what it was?
Yeah,
of course.
It was it was like the torture chamber, and there was this pool, and this pool had these women in it that were being kept alive by hoses and stuff. And they had like parts of their bodies missing, and and you would go and fuck them. And I remember that I had this girl that I was trying to fuck, but she was dead. And I remember in the dream I got pissed off that she was dead. She was supposed to be alive. And
you paid for a live one, and
yeah,
didn't get
I
your
paid
money's
for a
worth,
live one. Yeah, and I woke up and I was like, never. I don't ever want to remember this, but it stuck with me forever. Yeah, the movie really fucked me up.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I didn't have the fuck the dead body dream, but it bothered me. It stuck with me. Hobbs, how about you? When did you see it? Did you see it in theaters, DVD? Just saw it recently?
No, I saw it on DVD, and and that movie really needed it. I always had like a natural fear of like Eastern Europeans, because those were like some creepy, odd, off-kilter people. I think around the same time it was around that same time I was trying to do the Gauntlet, which is like where you see a whole bunch of fucked up videos, and one of them I saw was like the Russian neo-Nazi beheading video, and that one really messed me up because it's just like right in your face, and I was like, this is as close to Hostel as I want to get, and just like ever since then, it was just kind of like I can't think of that movie without thinking of that video.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, oh my god! It's just like never again. I'm a rap. It's like these crazy white people in Eastern Europe. They're a different breed. Can't trust them. Never gonna go to train with them. Never gonna accept food from them.
Bro, who knows how many of those girls had dicks, bro?
That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
in.
the part you're concerned about, Raph? Honestly, dude,
I'm
I'd
in.
be worried about getting penetrated with something a lot worse.
Yeah, that's the least.
That one woman that was in the window in the red light district. She's a porn star. But oh my gosh, she was hot as hell. I remember I had to Google who she was, and I found all her scenes. Like, oh yes.
Well,
on my face. All right,
I will say that I appreciate your racism. Thank you so much, Javi. That was much appreciated. Jay, who has disappeared. All right, I appreciate your prejudice.
Hey,
all right,
sorry
Jay, what's your history with the movie?
I actually saw this on demand. Sorry, I saw a roach running across, and I felt the need to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I saw this.
Legs off one by one.
I saw this on demand back in 2006 because it didn't come out to the States until the very beginning of 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I watched it. I was I don't have nearly the emotional connection that any of y'all did. I just thought it was a fun little movie. I actually had very low standards for it because I saw Cabin Fever in the theaters, and I was like, no, not making that mistake again.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like Cabin Fever?
I hated Cabin Fever.
I like Cabin Fever more than I like Hostel.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But, yeah, I just wasn't a big fan. But I saw this and I was like, all right, Eli, I see what you're working with. And this wasn't my introduction to torture porn, because that definitely would have been Saw about a year earlier. But I like this one because like this time around they're like, oh no, we're doing the killing. We're not trying to be all we're not trying to be all high and mighty about a message or anything. No, these people are paying to fucking torture and murder people. So I actually kind of dug that part of it. Matter of fact, no, I'm saying, like, to be honest, I actually had the opposite. I actually thought the idea of going over and hanging out in hostels would have been a cool idea. Like about a year after this, so I was like, all right, let's see what all that's about. Plus, I really wanted to go to Amsterdam for the weed.
Yeah,
the mushrooms. Yeah.
So I thought it was a lot of fun.
I'm going for the hitters, like I said before. Sweet Jesus. I saw this movie on DVD. It freaked me out endlessly. That rhymed. That was fun. It definitely got under my skin. And even when I watched it the other day, the next day, I watched it on Saturday night, Sunday morning, I had to clip it, and it bothered me for half the day. So this movie just really gets under my skin. It works for me. The idea of somebody being so sadistic that they would want to kill somebody else and pay for it, it just bothers the fuck out of me. I don't know what it is. It's just so creepy. So let's get to it. Discussion wise, yeah, this movie works for me in every way, shape, and form, to the point where I'm one of those idiots who's afraid to go to Europe now. That's a very unrealistic thing. But like, come on, they're gonna get you.
Well, no, that's not a misnomer. I mean, the country of Slovakia was pissed at this movie. So much so, they offered Eli Roth a complete, all expenses paid trip to prove to him that it wasn't a country full of lawlessness and torture and whatnot. And Eli's like, nope, I'm not falling for that either.
Sounds like that's how they get you.
Yeah,
it is how they get you, man.
They started off with two girls. They started off with two girls coming to his house, letting them know that they're going to a spa, and then
one thing leads to another. I do wonder if there is roaming gangs of children though that murder people. That sounds like a Slovakian thing.
Hey,
we have that in America.
Go to go to Rio.
What?
I had read as the Icelandic guy, the guy at the beginning, the like party dude,
the king of the swing.
King Ollie, thank you. Yeah, I had read that Eli Roth actually had reached out to like the government of Iceland and like basically was like, hey, I don't want you to be offended that we're showing this Icelandic guy as like an alcoholic womanizer type. And according to this IMDb post or trivia section, the Icelandic president was just like, that'll show us from a new point of view than we're used to being shown in media. And he was just like really chill about it, which is kind of funny.
That's a chill ass country, man.
That's why they're called Iceland.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about the boys. They're out there. I couldn't unsee it. The one guy played Harry in the Dumb and Dumber prequel, and I couldn't unsee that character.
Oh, shit, dude. I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, so the whole time I'm watching it, that's all I could think. But like,
well, now I have a recommendation. Thanks,
I love the twist of following him and you thinking he's going to be the main character, and it ends up being El Diablo from the Suicide Squad instead. So I thought that was pretty cool. That they mix that up. So any movie that can kind of do that, like they throw one character in the way and then the other character becomes the main, kind of like A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, like you start following the blonde girl and then ends up being Nancy. It just works.
And the Blob. Yeah. The Blob did that too.
Yeah, the Blob did it too. And I like that. I like that when movies can kind of throw you off a little bit by taking the character that has been the perspective character and just offing them. I think that works. I think that that's a horror trope that is wonderful. So yeah, the boys are out in Europe looking for weed and pussy, if you will, and they find both. So I guess that makes it even worse. I don't know if they were smoking weed right before they got fucking
Well, they were drugged, dude. The girls were putting tabs in their mouth,
right.
and I'm pretty sure the first night it was just like ecstasy or whatever, and then the second night it was definitely not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that girl in the jacket with the fuzzy hands and the one that brings them into the art gallery, the art show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She's
we all
so
do.
fucking sexy.
Yeah, those hitters, man. I'll tell you, that's what we're gonna keep going back to it. Yeah, the ladies are very, very attractive, and
Very European.
They need to be because they are the honey in the honey pot, situation where they got to bring them in. I love the fact that it repeats. Like Jay made a reference to the two ladies, like, let's go down to the spa. Like they have a script that they follow. They know what works for the seduction.
Let's be real. Let's be real. This is business. Business is booming.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You did see that the whole town was involved, right?
I think
When
the
he was in
whole
the-
country was involved. I think that's why Slovakia was mad about the movie, because it made them look really bad. And to be honest, I'm a stupid American. I can't even say it. And this is my only groundwork for Slovakia. So in my head, this is what Slovakia it is. Yeah. So
see, I mean,
This
maybe
is Borat.
maybe I was a little more I guess worldly in that regard. When I was a junior in high school, in my German class, one of the guys was from Slovakia, and so he taught me some fun words, and I was like, oh, I was actually kind of pumped that the movie took place there. I was like, oh, dude, it's a movie with his home country in it, and I thought that was.
Yeah, and then you sat him down and showed it to him, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh no, that was 8 years prior to when the movie even came out. So yeah, we were long since not obviously seeing each other. We didn't have Facebook back then, really.
It's a good thing you were always busy when he kept inviting you to the spa. I guess that worked out in your favor.
Jay, I'm telling you, the spa's where it's at. We're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
It's
on me.
So yeah, they go to the hostel. Well, first of all, they go to the brothel in Amsterdam, and I was like, "Sweet Jesus! Like, what is happening here?" And then they get honeypotted into going to the hostel, and I like how. Go ahead, Raph. What are you gonna say?
They get busted first, and then the fucking white guy with his typical American. I'm an American. I have rights in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, you fucking don't.
I couldn't stop laughing.
But that's the whole point of it. Like that was completely on purpose. I mean,
for sure.
This was definitely meant to point out, very selfish, entitled Americans. I mean, they're dropping F-bombs
and
left
Q
and right.
bombs, and
it was like 6 of them in the first 25 minutes.
Even when they show up after they first they get kicked out of the club and they're bitching about that to all the people in line, and then they get back to their first hostel late, and they're like, "What do you mean we can't come in after hours? I don't have to follow the rules." Yeah, it's like 100% entitlement.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that's I think that's also help clarify why they're worth so much money. But I did like the fact that Asians were worth $25,000 more, which I was like, that's interesting. I don't.
They
know.
were.
Yeah. Because the guy with the big teeth says, he goes, "I dropped 50 on this bitch. She better be worth it." Yeah. So yeah.
Wait. So what was a bootleg Mario Lopez? Was he? Because he started speaking European or whatever they were.
German.
I'm sorry.
He was speaking German. Yeah, and he says something along the lines of no. He says, "If you do this, it'll haunt you forever. Don't kill me." Blah blah blah. So. That's basically what he said.
Wait, you're saying Jay Hernandez is great value, Mario Lopez?
Yeah.
I would humbly disagree. No. I would say it's a little bit the opposite. Whatever. At the time, sure, absolutely.
It was still funny, Raph. I enjoyed it.
I like how that's what bothered Jay.
I know. But yeah, I first of all, I like to defend my fellow Jays any chance I can get.
I got you.
Javi, did you see Javi go awesome right on? I saw that, Hobbs. I saw that appreciation. You're like, hell yeah.
I like the idea that all the Jays just like have a meeting and he's going to be like, "Don't worry, Hernandez. I had your back on the podcast tonight."
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'll tell you why. Because here's the deal. Nobody with like a name of like, let's say Michael goes by Miles for short.
Fair.
And nobody goes by, but Jay is like the one name where tons of people who aren't named Jay go by Jay. And so when you meet real Jays, It's like, yeah, it's like it's a stupid fraternity. I may or may not be part of a couple of Facebook groups about it. But, you know, I don't know.
That's crazy. I'm in the Mario Lopez look-alike Facebook group. It's pretty good over there. It's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I like the twist of killing the guy, the blonde guy, and that I love the weird London European guy who with the shaky hands who wanted to be a surgeon. Like, he's such a wonderful villain, and I think he kills the majority of them, right? Isn't that him whistling from one room to the other after he kills Ollie and the head's like on the stand? So he had it out for all of them, correct?
Yeah, he kills that group. He marks them in the train when he gets offended after touching Ollie's leg.
Yeah, and then it's one of those things where it wasn't Ollie's leg; it was Harry from the Henderson's leg. But yeah, it was definitely, he marked them like you said, and then going after them one by one, and just how sadistic it is. And I don't know if you guys watched the copy I sent out. It's actually the unrated alternative ending copy that I sent out. So he gets his comeuppance in both of them, but in very different ways. Oh my God, what is going on? What just happened? David's getting into character.
Oh my God.
What just happened?
He just paid.
Over the next hour, you're just gonna see one of our windows black out.
Yeah, dude. Like, holy crap, David, where'd you get that?
Raph and I are gonna fight for Final Girl.
Can't come after me, dude. I got my tattoo in 2009.
Bro, I'm all alone. This ain't cool.
Would it freak you out if we each pulled out our mask and put them on?
I'd leave the second Javi pulls out a mask. I'm leaving.
I don't have a mask.
Yeah.
Which I should have.
Not yet. Not until he cleaves off your face.
Javi pulls out that black leather one.
That mask
is
really good.
Hey guys, let me introduce you to my new dog, and it's just like a fucking bloodhound right next to me.
Freaking crazy. Where'd you get that, David?
The internet.
It was worth asking just for that. I didn't expect it to be so muffled. Man, you should put that in a horror movie. That's actually pretty sweet. All right, back to Hostel. So the first kill is Ollie, and the fact that I like the fact that there's the use of cell phones in this movie because
the 2005 flip phones.
Yeah, the 2005 flip phones, and it also shows that they come from money too.
Wait, real quick. Did little Easter egg? Did any of y'all catch the song that was going on in the background when they were all getting down in the room?
No, what was it?
Isn't it like a remix of the one from oh my God, we just reviewed it where they go to that island and he like kills the cop guy, Wicker Man.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a slightly like almost techno version of the seduction song that Brett Eklund uses on Howie. I was like, and obviously I've seen Wicker Man a ton of times, but when I first saw the movie, I didn't catch that. But this time I was like, whoa,
damn,
that's very interesting. So it's another like honeypot kind of song. So it's definitely I thought that was a really nice homage. I really appreciated that.
There's actually a lot of really clever Easter eggs in this one. My favorite was actually the security guard that's like in the place where everybody's getting murdered, who's sitting there watching like a little portable DVD player. Yeah. He's actually watching the porn parody of Cabin Fever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. So yeah, the girls bang them and then they sell them off, and I think that's pretty cool. They drug them, and then I mean it's not cool, but it's kind of a cool concept. Like, how many times have they fucked these guys and then sent them off to the slaughterhouse? You know what I mean?
Also after after they get the one in Paxton, Jay Hernandez kind of catches back up with the girls. You see how like drugged up they are and whatnot. It's like you see their work week. Like you get to see their entire workflow. It's like, all right, so Friday we're gonna get these guys. Saturday we fuck. Sunday we send them. Mondays are off days, so we're getting fucked up.
Yeah. We're no makeup. We're just getting drinks.
Yeah. We're not here to impress. We're done. We're
and that's
out.
Something they did within subconsciously. They did less makeup. They tried to ugly them up so that you could see, especially during the daytime, like with all that lighting, like they tried to make them look like almost pale and gaunt and like hungover, like you said, drug addict style, stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of cool that they did that. And like he kind of goes off the deep end whenever he's just like, I want to see my friend. I want to see the art. I want to see the art. Let's go. And the fact that she takes the lamb to the slaughterhouse the way she does is so good, so disturbing, such a great transitional scene where you can see like going deeper and deeper into the nest of like the predator. And I love that, walking up and seeing his friend laid out with his chest open, and the guy who wanted to be a surgeon just playing around like it's a game of operation. I thought that was really cool. And then whenever he gets captured, obviously he's like, "You bitch, you whore." She's like, "No, I got you here, so you're my bitch." I was like,
I got a lot of money for you.
Yeah. I was like, shit. I was like, awesome.
That scene when they're dragging him and he's seeing all the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it reminded me of? Do you guys remember when we saw Last Night in Soho?
Mm-hmm.
And they're at the brothel and they're going by the rooms and they're seeing the girls doing blowjobs and shooting up heroin. It was kind of the same type of thing.
Yeah.
I loved that this movie felt like but like a early like 2000s Silent Hill type of survival horror game at the end.
Yeah.
Where the guy has no weapons and he's almost has to go into stealth mode to escape. But man, that place was filmed in an insane asylum that was still open, but that part of the wing hadn't been used in like 50 years.
What?
And so, yeah.
You mean there's parts of that place still open?
Yeah. When they shot it, there were parts that were still open. They shot in an area, and Eli Roth would have a string quartet come in and play soothing music while they were filming because it was so disturbing.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what string quartet music came from a string quartet, it's gonna make it more
creepier.
Like like it could be the most pleasant sounding song ever. If you're walking through those corridors, it's just like I don't want that. That's not.
It's like he might as well have been like, let's bring a bunch of children in here and like sing like nursery rhymes. Yeah. I'm sure that will make everyone feel comfortable.
Yeah, he should have just got a bunch of European chicks to get out their hitters, and then it would have been good, man. It would calm everyone down. So yeah, going through seeing like the violence or like snippets of the violence and stuff like that is kind of unique and interesting. And then finally you get the Paxton character who's actually put in the chair, and you get that third act, and that third act is a roller coaster ride.
Dude,
it's
so
great third act. Great third act.
And it's the look of it is so good. You know, I'm sure horror video games watch this movie and we're like, okay, we're just gonna take the skins of the walls and just put them into our horror video games. Because man, and I love the outfits that they get to wear. You know, they get
like the
masks.
butcher, like
the butcher,
whatever
which is
things.
always I've always had an issue with, like, why do butchers have white overcoats? Shouldn't they just be red?
So they can bleach them. Yeah, so they can bleach them.
I actually kind of thought maybe the movie itself kind of borrowed a little bit from video games, and I'll explain. I think it kind of borrowed a lot. Did any of y'all remember the game Manhunt?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
dude, that game.
Yeah, the game came out a couple of years before this, and I was like, I kind of felt like I was watching a live action version of that. Granted,
really
a little loose with the plot, but definitely I felt like it was in that same vein, especially with the over the top kind of kills. But there's
a Manhunt. Wasn't that banned? Didn't they like?
Oh, absolutely.
In Australia, it was banned, and in Germany, it was banned.
I remember playing that game and being like, I'm uncomfortable. This is a little bit too real.
Yeah.
Oh, it became, and I think trying to find it, like, I think if you even try to find it I think it was a PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah, PlayStation.
I think it's a pretty expensive game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I believe it's
you would have what was the deal, Jay? Where you would record it on VHS and you could watch it.
Well, it was kind of like The Running Man, but like a lot more sadistic in that regard. No, actually, it's not too expensive. That's cool. So yeah, you can get it for about $50, but that's kind of expensive for a 20-year game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very much it. And then you have the special different types of kills and whatnot. And I was just like, okay, cool, man. All right, I mean, just I like I love the delivery of this one. I thought it really hit on a lot of.
Well, this movie, when it goes to the third act, there's lots of this movie that feels hyper real. Like when he runs into the guy that's about to go on kill his person,
buck teeth,
and he's like all excited about it, and he's like, should I do it quick? No, I should do it slow. And that felt like a conversation that would really happen, because these people are so rich, nothing gets them off anymore. Drugs, sex, nothing does. The only thing that gets them off is the thrill of killing somebody. And there's that great shot before he goes in with that Oriental customer. He's leaving. He's like, be very careful. You can spend a lot of money in there.
They don't like to be called Oriental.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't think Oriental's appropriate anymore, David. As you said it, I was like, "You're getting canceled, my friend."
I know. I'm sorry, guys. So
he's speaking in 2005.
Yeah, when he runs into the chink.
I mean, they said a lot of.
Oh my God! Sweet Jesus!
Tony Hinchcliffe got dropped from his agency for that.
Oh my God!
I just got. Oh my God, guys! I just got a message from Tony Hinchcliffe. I just put on a show. That's so weird.
Wow, you got books.
I'm his new opener, y'all. That's so. Oh
you
my
made
God.
it, buddy.
I made it.
Sweet Jesus. The twist, the revelation of what exactly is going on, these businessmen coming in and doing stuff, did that work for anyone else? Because for me, that was like so huge. That made me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those things. Hobbs, what do you think? You haven't said much.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what I think, it didn't surprise me. Rich people are just weird like that.
I mean, they're
kind of like reminded me of like Salo, where you just have like a bunch of rich people that are just bored with life. It's like, you know what? Let me try killing people. Let me see what that's like.
Yeah. I think the second movie follows down this line even better, but with having the two characters to come in to kill somebody and like following like their how. I don't know if you guys have seen this second movie. It's such a great companion piece to this first one.
It's actually a case for the sequel. This sequel is actually pretty decent compared to the first. The third one goes way off the rails and is pretty dumb, honestly. But the first two are great pairings.
Yeah, I would say that they complement each other very well. Me and Jay were talking about the third one. I guess it takes place in Las Vegas and
what?
Yeah, it's during it's a bachelor party and it's got Sunshine from Remember the Titans in it. I actually didn't think it was half bad. I thought it was kind of cool bringing it to America. I mean, let's be real. I mean, it's Hostel. I don't think it's necessarily super high art. I mean, the first one's clearly, a masterpiece compared to the sequels, but I don't think any of them were necessarily like
the third one brought in like supernatural elements into it, didn't it? Like
what?
It's been a while. I couldn't even tell
you.
Been
a while.
I remember like the first kill. It was like a bloodletting thing. They had like a pool, and like I swear there was like something. It was almost like
no. I think you might be talking about the second one when they have the Bloody Mary scene.
Maybe. It's been a minute since I've seen the sequels, but I do remember liking the second one. I saw that one in theaters. The third one, I just remember being very, all right, they've ran their course.
Yeah. Well, it's just, here's the thing. It's like everything with horror, and it's like, it's lightning in a bottle. You can't capture it twice. That's why no one liked Love and Thunder as much as they liked Ragnarok. That's why no one likes this as much as they like that. It's really, really tough to
And also, Jay, isn't it? I think so, but I mean, isn't this the movie that coined the term torture porn?
Well, see, you think so. Well, like that's the thing is it's really Saw and it's Hostel. I think it's because in Hostel, like I said, it's not you torturing yourself or you know what I mean. Someone put in a position where you can torture yourself. This one, it's very much an external force torturing you. Well, I think that's why it kind of got that way. But I think
also, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
No, that's it. That's all. That's all I had to say.
I was going to say I was talking to Lindsay about it, and because she mentioned Saw, and I said the difference is Saw to me is it's very much like this is almost like a fantasy movie. Like the main guy is ridiculously evil and it can make all these torture things, and it's almost like you watch those movies just to see these interesting torture devices. But I never watch a Saw movie and be like, oh, that's real. When I watch Hostel, this first one, I'm like, that shit happens. It felt very real to me, and I think that's what makes it so disturbing and so much scarier than a Saw movie. I think we talked about this before about child's play. I'm never afraid of getting chased by a doll that's going to stab me, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I could see fucking something like that happening. Going into some crazy person's house in the backwoods and them killing me and eating me.
I just said about Chucky, I would never meet him. I'm never going to meet Chucky.
Yeah, exactly. You're never going to meet Chucky. But if you go on a European or better yet, you go to Thailand. I had a friend of mine. They went to Thailand on a sexual vacation.
Ooh, for the lady boys,
dude.
It was a guy, and it was a guy who was like at the time like 45. He had a 19-year-old girlfriend, and they both went to Thailand for sex and drugs, and they both got drugged to death. They were murdered. They were
Holy
given a
shit.
bad batch of heroin, and they were robbed. And they were targeted because he was a rich American, throwing around money, and someone got a hold of him and purposely killed both of them. 19 years old, man.
That's going to be my new excuse for not having money. I'm just going to stay poor forever because I don't want to get murdered in Thailand.
You don't want to be a target.
You brought up a really good point, David. Actually, this movie not really like made me go this way, but like I think multitude of different reasons over the past decade. Like obviously, y'all know I'm a huge Captain America fan, so I really always thought about getting a Captain America shield as like a tattoo. And like when I was like 22, I was like, this is badass. I totally want to do it. And then I saw this movie, and then I was like, maybe wait. And then like a few other things that I'm like, I don't want anything that just screams that's an American, fuck them up on my body that I can't get rid of. I mean, that's just the way it is. And especially in today's climate. I mean, as much as we're, loved across the world.
We're also hated.
That's the...
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely scary. That third act though is a roller coaster ride of absolute like him getting out of there. First of all, the guy with the chainsaw, that whole chainsaw scene is wonderfully edited. It's terrifying how it begins with the scissors and the snip and the sound effect of that and moves on to the revving of the chainsaw, and you see that camera pan from behind as it just pans up the back of his chair, and you can see his hands are fucked, you know what I mean? He's just fucked completely. And then to have the chainsaw, he cuts off his fingers. I thought that was awesome. And then he has that, like... But we got to talk about the scene that stuck with everyone, I'm sure. The fucking eyeball scene.
Yes, that's absolutely the most traumatizing effect in this.
For you guys, that to me, that's my least favorite scene because it's the one scene that seems so horror movie-ish.
Really?
To me,
kind of got like old boy vibes.
Yeah, I looked at it and
bothered me as much as the outcome of what she went through. To me, that scene was a lot more scarier. Like she saw what happened to her, and she yeeted herself in the train.
Dude, how pissed are you if you're Jay that you were free, you were there, you were in a car ready to drive out, you went back in to get her out of that basement, you get her to the train station, and she's like, nope, I'm out, fuck this. I would be pissed.
Great distraction.
That's also a very American thing to do.
Well, the other thing is they set it up earlier talking about the girl who drowned and like how he wishes he could have done something and how it haunted him, so he had to go back.
Oh, yeah,
good callback. Good callback.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I thought was going to happen with that screaming girl. I thought he was going to run in there, and it was going to be the girl that had taken him there in the first place, pretending to scream.
And then just getting them back.
Trap.
Yeah, I was so worried. I was so worried that this movie was going to have an ending where he didn't escape. But I don't understand the ending.
Well, which version did you see? Did you see the ending where he kidnaps the daughter, or did you see the version where
I saw the version you sent us where she just disappears?
Who disappears?
The daughter. Like you don't see her.
Oh no, he kidnaps her. He has her on the train.
He does?
Yeah, he
But
has
that ending is way more ambiguous. That's why it was. It went out in front of test audiences, and people are like, "No, we don't like this." That's why they made a more definitive ending.
Revenge. It needed to be a revenge movie. It didn't need to be a revenge movie where he became the monster. Because, like, when you have a movie where it's clear that your protagonists are going to go through a lot of shit. I mean, the exception of a few movies that we'll definitely be doing down the line, you kind of had to have that payoff. And Eli Roth, and not only that, but like after Cabin Fever, he'd already done the bad ending, the cool bad ending. Like again, it's another thing you can't go to that every time and expect it to. So like that's why I thought it was like in Hostel where they actually had as happy an ending as you could have. I thought it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the I guess the final cut ending where he gets murdered. I'm not a big fan of the kidnapping ending.
And I mean,
what's the final? What happens? What do you mean he gets murdered? What happens
the bad
in
guy.
the final cut?
So in
movie.
the theatrical release of the film, not the one Ducky sent, but like it's on HBO right now, for instance, that's where I watched it. Instead of kidnapping the daughter at the end, he's on the train, he's escaped, he's like, in shock, and he hears the dude talking about how he's like, I like to eat my meat with my fingers because it puts me in touch. And it's like the same speech that he had already heard earlier, and he realizes that dude's on the train. So he stalks him until he goes into a bathroom, locks the door behind him, and then murders him in a pretty graphic manner, including
I like
cutting
that
off
ending
his
better.
fingers. I think it plays much better personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kidnapping the daughter is very ambiguous because number one, what's your game plan after that, dude? You're on the fucking train,
and the
with
daughter's
screaming
innocent,
kid.
presumably.
Yeah.
Like the daughter has nothing to do
and
with
it
this
makes
guy
you
being
even
an
more
asshole.
of a villain, and like you said, an asshole. It
ruins the whole thing of him rescuing that one girl.
Yeah,
he's a hero, and now he's
now he's gonna be a villain,
murderer?
And then I do like the fact that he gets vengeance on the people who tricked him, though. The fact that he runs them over, I thought that
how convenient was that?
That was you were right. You're right. That is pure movie magic, is what that is.
And honestly, I don't think you could kill somebody with a car with only like 4 feet or 8 feet or whatever of acceleration.
They hit their head off the bricks, dude. That's why.
Yeah.
I like that the second car comes and runs him over.
That's fair.
Well, it's the same car.
Yeah. The guy.
What's that?
No, it was the guys after him that ran over that girl.
It was being,
that's what I'm
being
saying.
chased.
So you saw so this is what happened. So you saw 3 there, and you saw the blonde get killed by getting hit by him, and the brunette got killed by the second car. But what happened to the dude?
No,
he has to deal with his herpes situation for the rest of his life.
The herps. Raph, what you got on your list? What didn't we hit yet?
Oh, so much shit. I hated when the Asian girl couldn't talk and she said tomorrow instead of tomorrow. I'm like, bitch, just say tomorrow. That was the worst acting ever. If I go missing, I know this is old, but please call Liam Neeson. I am not wanting to fucking get cut up like that. When the guy got took into the place where the picture was, that's when I would have checked out. I would have been like, my friend's missing. This was the last place he was at. I'm not going in there.
There's so many times when I think if you just leave now, you'll be good. And that's what makes this movie even better, because they just follow the path and the crumbs on the ground down to the trap. You know what I mean? I love it.
Dude, the one place, though, that kind of did bother me a little bit was at the point where they're like, oh, no, they went to this art exhibition. And they're like, at a certain point, even if you've never been to an art gallery in your life, you know that this fucking factory is not an art gallery. Like, there's no one
Miles,
on
it's European. That's it could be.
That's even worse, because Europe has far more art than America does.
Yeah.
Some of it's stolen, granted, but it's more there.
They did have the Museum of Torture, and that was in
which is a real place.
That's actually real.
That's a real place. That's on my bucket list.
Where's that at?
Slavia.
In Bakalakabia.
Where were they
it's in Baklava.
My favorite kill has to be the I forgot his name, Kobe, the one where they cut his Achilles ankles.
Oh yeah, because Achilles heel and said, "You can go, you can go now."
It's very when you just see like the heels like cut in half, and then he falls forward. You can feel that.
I could feel that, bro. Yeah. I was like, damn, that was my favorite kill. I don't know which one was y'all's favorite kill.
The eyeball was for me. I thought that was.
Yeah,
I have a strong.
Kill.
But she didn't die.
Oh, fair. You know what? Good point. That wasn't a kill. Good point.
Yeah.
My favorite kill was when he finally kills the big burly. I just like it because it's so quick. The big burly security guard.
He should have hit him again, dude. Like, oh, you're talking about the security. I'm talking about the dude that was like cremating people.
Oh yeah, that guy needed more of a death. That guy needed to be put into the. Oh, by the way, I want to talk about that scene. So when he's on the cart full of dead bodies. And what makes that scene so disturbing is, by the way, shocking that this movie did not get an NC-17.
Yeah.
Without any edits. Like, even Eli Roth was like, really? You guys are going to edit this down?
Yeah, but guess his best friend was.
Oh, yeah. QT.
Yeah, his best friend got him through that.
There was actually a lot more feet in the original cut. They had to take that out.
And that cart, that body parts was all feet. They had to change.
We're gonna cover you with feet.
Do you guys ever see the movie Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Yeah.
And
So that movie got an NC-17, not because of the core, because of the scene where Henry and Otis are watching the footage of themselves murdering a family, and you don't even see the footage of the family being murdered. It was because of the callousness of Otis and Henry watching it, almost like we would watch a football game
Yeah.
Oh,
or
wow.
a movie. And so it was the callousness of it and how cold that was that really disturbed the review or the people that give the ratings. And they gave it NC-17. That the scene where the guy is chopping up the body parts and putting them to be burned is so disturbing to me because it's so much like when you're a guy and you've been at a job for so long, it's just second nature.
yeah, this is
It's
like
mundane.
yeah, the whole, I'm telling you, the whole thing. Like that's probably to me the most disturbing thing about this is like we think about like horror movies and we think of like all the different horror movies we've seen. It feels like everything we're watching is for us. Like this is absolutely it's spontaneous. This is all a series of unfortunate events. But this movie is like, no, it's the season. It is the reason for the season. We got client lists. We got we are ready to do this. We got numbers we gotta hit, and if you don't hit your numbers, it's gonna be hell to pay. Like everybody's
you get the idea that the girls are like, shit, I gotta get an Asian woman by Tuesday. Fuck, this guy's been waiting for 2 weeks. We gotta hurry up, guys. You know, it is very businesslike.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of y'all are correct in that pretty much they're trying to paint it to where everyone in the country is kind of in on it, with one exception: the kids.
The gang of roving children.
Gang.
Yeah,
Kids are like they're like the lost boys of this place. Like in this fucked up neverland of torture, they are the wild cards. And in reality, the kids kind of save the day.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
So there was a scene that was also cut out that tested poorly with the audience. It was when the kid stole his phone. He actually chokes the kid to death, but that didn't look good on screen either.
Well, spoiler alert, everybody. In the sequel, if anyone hasn't seen it, one of the kids gets shot. So and like gets point blank. Like it is. They do not hide it because that's one thing that I guess maybe someone said, hey, you got to kill one of the kids. Those little bastards. Someone's got to pay for one of the things they do. They can't be invincible.
So then can we go back to they actually murdered somebody for a bag of bubble gum?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, those kids don't fuck around, dude. That's why they all grow up to be part of the murder fucking house.
It's very American of you just to assume bubblegum is readily available around.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
just a hot commodity.
Just because you can get it for a penny doesn't mean they can.
Yeah.
Son of a.
The only movie they could watch growing up was They Live, and they thought that he ran out of bubblegum. That thing's happened. So, they need their bubblegum.
All right, let's move on to recommended. I think we talked it out pretty well. Does anyone else have anything else they want to add? Throw it out there.
It's just weird that this is one of my favorite movies to jerk off to. But other than that, I think I'm fine.
Mean, it makes sense. The dream that you had, that's scary.
Dude, I'm not even kidding, man. That dream was so fucking real and fucked me up and was horrifying. This movie had a very almost like a documentary feel to it. But I'm not a huge fan of Eli Roth, but the look of this film, especially that third act, is so good. And I think Jay's right though. I think it's because it reminds me of survival horror video games.
Yeah.
Done right. Like after you Resident Evil. I mean, that's one of the greatest survival horror games of all time in the movies. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
They're not great. Javi always calls these kind of movies day ruiners, and for me, that's what it does. It really sinks in and gets me and really bothers me. So that's why this movie sticks with me, because its job is done and it's done well. You know?
Oh yeah.
So
it is a day ruiner for sure.
I really dig that. All right, recommend. Raph, do you recommend it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you think you would go to Europe if you had $25,000 and kill somebody?
Don't have to go to Europe.
Fair enough.
There's plenty of that in his backyard.
Fair enough. Maz, do you recommend it?
Absolutely. Though if you're squeamish about gore, obviously it's not for you. But if you are a fan of practical effects, man, this is a good one.
Hell yeah, man! I didn't even think about that. I don't know if they used any CGI in this. I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
all
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Probably touched it up, but there's plenty of practical too.
It's fucking badass. Would you go to Europe and kill somebody?
I would take my $25,000 and just visit Amsterdam for like the normal reasons: debauchery, sex, mushrooms, and weed. Yeah.
Yeah. Leave the murder on the floor. Javi, how about you? Do you recommend it?
Absolutely.
Right.
If you want to ruin your day, watch this movie. If you like to, be sad or upset recreationally and on purpose,
sad enough.
watch this movie.
I agree. Javi, if I gave you $25,000, would you go to Europe and kill somebody?
I could kill somebody here for
Okay.
free.
Yeah, for free.
Fair enough. I know who I'm going through for my hitman. Jay, do you?
Wait. I would charge you though. I'd be like, just buy me dinner and I'll do it for you.
Okay.
That's a cheap hitman.
You're getting a Whopper with onion rings. That's it.
Man, just take me out back. Okay.
And then he'll take somebody out back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nicely done. Jay, do you recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a movie of its time. I will tell anyone who it is definitely going to have some trigger warnings in it because
Trigger words.
Yeah, a lot of trigger words. And
if you got through this podcast, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Like at the same time, I think it does hold up. I really do. I think it's definitely the best of the three. If you're only going to see one of the three Hostel movies, you cannot go wrong by going with
There's 5 of them.
No, there's only 3.
No,
only 3.
there's 5.
Is there really 5?
5 Hostels?
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
When did the 4th and 5th one come out?
I just saw a V on one of them. Are they different stories?
I just see Hostel 1 through 3. That's all I see.
Yeah, there's only 3.
Oh, fucking kidding.
We're experiencing a Mandela in transition right now.
No, I think Roth is on the website that has actual real murder vacations on it.
Oh shit!
I think that's what he's seeing.
Yeah.
Let's see how many sequels. Jay, if I gave you $25,000, would you go kill somebody?
How do you know I haven't?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. David, do you recommend it?
Yeah, I do, man. I think it's a beautifully shot film in a glorious kind of way. I think it ushered in the new era of torture porn, which I'm totally a fan of. And you don't have to ask. Yes, I would go and kill someone for $25,000 only if they chose to be there because they were going to help pay off bills for their family. And so that would make me feel good. Going with the purge. And also, I would not puss out and do the gunshot to the head. If I am going to kill somebody, it's going to be torture, and I'm going to use all those things they had laid out, and I will definitely apologize while doing it. So I'm not a monster.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not a monster.
I'm so sorry. I just carotid artery. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Did that hurt? Are you okay? Are you in any
Yeah,
pain?
are you okay? Because I tell you what, I would be pissed if I traveled all the way over there, spent all that money, and I killed them real fast. And I think that's one of the things that the torture people were struggling with was like, hey, I'm here. I gotta make this last.
Yeah.
You lost on the torture aspect, didn't you?
Well, it's like when you get a hooker and you come too fast. You're like,
no, you're right, dude. You put it in perspective. You're right.
Yeah,
like
it's
you don't want to do that.
Same thing. Or like when you strangle a hooker and you come too fast. It's the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. All right, guys, let's get to some clips. I'm not looking forward to this. All right.
I am.
How is this going to stay on Twitch? What are you possibly going to show?
There's no hitters.
Only the sign that says Hostel.
No hitters, so we're good.
Well, everybody can turn it off now.
Yeah, sorry for the
That's
disappointment.
like a scene out of Dumb and Dumber right now.
I told you, he's in Dumb and Dumber.
I didn't put that together until you said that at the beginning of the podcast, but now I can't not see it.
He's wearing a Lloyd jacket, and I love it.
He's even got
he played Harry.
Yeah.
Do you remember
I know
how?
he played Harry, but he's wearing Lloyd's jacket.
Yeah.
When they were in when they got to Aspen. Big June doesn't weigh in.
Museum.
We did that every day in college. Why not, check out a museum? No, you're right. Yeah, we should go to a museum. How about the hemp museum?
Dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of with him on that. I smoke weed every day, so if I went to Amsterdam, I would get high. Don't get me wrong, but I would want to go see some culture and shit.
Yeah.
There you can do both everywhere.
Yeah.
I heard they have a death museum if you want to go, a torture museum. That'll be kind of. I like how he just pulls this girl out of nowhere.
This is kind of honestly creepy, just how like zoned out she is, and you also just like cut right before the Eli Roth cameo in the background.
I did. I thought that after I did the clips, I was like, shit. I was like, I missed it. The Epsler ass elf.
Way to be an ally, Duck.
Hey, I'm watching myself on this.
No, I'm sorry. Fucking faggot ass out.
That was back 2005 where you could say faggot ass elf. I mean,
so everyone knows I did not say that.
Yeah, your names were much better earlier.
All right, guys. There's only one word that can one up these two. Who wants to know?
I mean,
no. You watch, you pay. You watch, you pay. I'm getting through this. You watch, you pay.
I said too much. You pay.
I pay, man.
Dude, so this weekend I actually got to work a tattoo anime festival. I think you guys already knew that, but there is a bunch of cosplayers, but the most successful person there by far was just a chick that wore like leather, like that girl in the scene that's smacking the shit out of that dude is, and she had a sign, and it was basically for $5 you could take a picture with her standing on you. And then for an additional $5, she would tussle your hair and say "good boy" afterwards. And I swear to God, she made a fortune. Like I just watched dude after dude after dude go up to her hand in her cash, and I'm just like, man, that is some entrepreneurship right there. I gotta say,
that's some mommy dom stuff right there. Wait, what was she dressed as?
Basically, what you just described. I mean, just she's just a cute girl in leather, dude. Like, what more do you need?
That burlesque show I just did, the Tim Burton one. The headliner had a Catwoman outfit.
I saw your pictures, dude.
She's a professional dominatrix, and she was telling me about $100K a year.
God damn!
I want her number, but I know I can't afford her. So I guess.
Yeah. She even told me that too.
Does she take Pop's as payment?
Or I could get her a really nice 10-inch Pop. And maybe she could like spit on me or something like that.
It was when she found that I was a comic, she says, "I do not take Bitcoin."
Sneeper.
I'm the first in line for Sneeper.
Sneeper.
That's.
Hey, he does have herpes on his mouth.
Icelandic.
Yeah, you can't trust that motherfucker.
You can't smoke after him. You're in trouble. Pay to do anything.
You can pay to do anything.
Dude, I also read that this dude doesn't speak English, and he learned all of his lines phonetically, which is incredible. Yeah. Like, that blows my mind, dude.
You know who you reminded me of? Remember the dad that was the father of the vampire chick and let the right one in?
Yes.
Or the handler. She was the handler.
The handler, yeah.
How are the girls?
Very beautiful. Your nature.
Whoa! Don't
He's
touch
close. He was close.
Fucking touch me.
I'll do more than touch you. I'll drill you.
I mean, I guess if he would have taken the hand job, he would have gotten off a lot easier. I don't know.
You should have taken the hand job. Russian singing. I just like the song. Roaming gang of kids.
I would have just started kicking.
Are you young?
Dude, there's a lot of kids you got to kick.
That is cool, like how they just come out of the shadows like that, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
And I think
you meant scary.
I feel like their wardrobe choices were intentionally meant to resemble South Park as well.
Hey, that kid's not fat, he's just big boned.
Eat your big bag.
Here you go.
Sneeper.
I'm here to save the day with candy.
I love this photo. It's so creepy.
It looks so fake.
I know.
Is his head already decapitated at this point? Like,
I think so.
One of the pictures, it definitely is, because that's a really great transition where they.
Yeah. Oh no, they're on the outside, so it can't be.
What does that say?
Some weird shit.
Did you guys read in the trivia that whenever she had her eye out thing, she looked in the mirror and she was like, "I get why my character would commit suicide."
I did read that.
Damn!
I was like,
yikes.
What, they left? Like together?
I hate her accent.
Oli doesn't even like Asian girls. I mean,
Not saying I hate Asian accents.
Good save. Good save. Good save. Good save.
Yeah, we are living in the times.
Yeah, dear Lord. I go home.
I go home?
That's what it says. How will you not know?
That was a great transition, by the way.
Yeah.
Right there, I thought he looked like Dax Shepard.
He does.
Oh, he does.
Dead Shepard.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Dead Dax.
by the way, the sound design is so creepy too.
Yes. So it is the same guy. He's whistling. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a great transition.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Nah.
And that just shows you if he's willing to go for the pinky. He took his time with each of them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was like definitely like using all the time he could.
Yep.
Dude, I think
what
most
I
of
would have
you-
done.
I think most of you know Matt McLahone, comedian here in Dallas, and he on a yearly basis always posts this one image. It's the only meme I think that I've ever seen that just makes me cringe, because it basically shows somebody taking toenail clippers and then clipping their front tooth and then biting
Javi
into ice
shares
cream.
that shit all the time
Oh,
too.
it's the worst, dude. It kills me, man.
Ugh.
I got Raph.
I get mad vibes from that.
Raph.
Yeah.
You know that you know how you always said, you know how you said that you hate that girl's accent?
Mm-hmm.
You know she's actually from Japan, right? She can't change the accent.
I don't know that shit. It sounds fake as fuck to me. She's a bad actress to me, so I don't give a fuck.
I heard he doesn't.
I thought she was Chinese, bro. Yeah.
Oh my god. Friend number two. Friend number two. Here we go.
Hey, where'd y'all go?
So at a certain point in this scene, he actually did stub his toe on the thing and started screaming for real. So.
Hey, Javi.
Yo.
Did a little fact checking on you. She's actually based in the UK, but she's from Singapore. So you are also completely wrong.
Seiko? Keiko Seiko?
I
She not
thought...
playing the girl that got her eye fucked up?
No. Oh, yeah, she is. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So she's based in the UK, but she's from Japan.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
No,
no,
she got an Australian accent.
Singapore is not Japan. Just gonna throw that out there.
I don't know.
Wait, Keiko Seiko. I think we're looking at two different actresses, Jay.
Was it?
Fight.
I was looking at Jennifer Lim.
Is that the one that had the eye fucked up?
Yes.
Oh, I'll think of the other one then. Never mind.
See, you guys are being racist. Both of them don't look the same.
Am I the last non-racist standing?
You win, Miles.
Yeah, Miles.
Hey,
That's the
yeah.
most racist thing anyone would ever say is to point out how unracist they are.
Yeah, it's true. I'm covering.
That's
I'm
pretty
obviously
racist.
masking.
Let's go back to the torture porn. I'm more comfortable with the torture porn than I am any of this
The
conversation.
racism.
Monologuing.
Yeah, me too.
I always wanted to be a surgeon, but the boards would not pass me. Can you guess why?
Is you fucking weirdo?
You see,
Get up. Here it is. Oh.
I would have said because you got Parkinson's.
you're afraid to
Michael J. Fox really didn't age well, dude.
Oh, you were doing so well, Miles.
I tried. Yeah.
Now he's an ableist.
Ableist, go.
I want to see some art.
Have a drink.
I don't want to drink, all right? I want to see some art. Okay? So, can we
Weird
go?
I'll show you some art.
It's a weird thing
I've
to
seen
say.
this
Yeah.
show.
Science.
These poor girls are just trying to enjoy their day off, as Jay pointed
Yeah,
out.
dude.
I know.
They're the real victims in this movie.
Yeah. Overworked.
No 401ks, no health insurance.
I mean, you got a surgeon there that you can go to. Look how steady his fingers are now.
He's playing Operation.
Yeah, he's pulling out the I can't think of a single operation piece.
Funny
off the top of
bone.
my head.
Funny
Funny
bone.
bone.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch!
I got a lot of money for you.
Oh, I love her outfit. That jacket is so cool.
My bitch.
That's a great delivery of that line. That was awesome.
Oh, she was great in this, man.
Yeah.
Dude, they said that like they were trying to make her uglier as it went along, but she's still freaking
She looked
smoking
hot.
there.
I love her
Yeah,
freckles,
yeah.
everything.
Freckles?
Yeah, she got little freckles on her.
Oh shit. Well, they did.
On her titties.
Murder spots is what I call them.
One of the hitters.
Hey, we're freckles on liver spots.
American.
Fuck do you want me to say?
Yes, he's American.
American.
This is the longest clip right here.
Oh, please stop. Please don't do that.
You notice he took the hair clipping and was gonna save it for later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always take a trophy, man.
Yeah.
Always take a trophy.
That's what serial
Too much
killers
DNA in
do.
that, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, serial killers always take trophies.
Yep, we do.
And
I mean, they do.
I like this scene too because you can tell it's his first kill. Like he's nervous. He's
nervous.
He's real,
and he's excited too.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
real excited.
He's
You can
coming
tell
on
his dick's hard.
himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it froze.
Yeah,
Oh,
David.
man,
Froze.
yeah, it did.
You guys want to go get matching tattoos of the like the little
Oh, the little
murder
dog.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the little dog tattoo. You know, there's some fucked up people that have that, right?
Absolutely. Oh,
sure,
look at that
yeah.
puke just flying everywhere.
Honestly, this is a really well constructed scene in general, though, because
Yeah.
like the puke makes everything slippery, and then he
Yep.
ends up sliding on it, spits out the ball. Like all of this just really builds very nicely,
Yeah, it's a really good horror scene.
and it's tense the entire time through.
Yeah.
I don't see how that chainsaw didn't cut itself off though. He took his hand off of it. Should have.
Boom. Body cart. Oh, so low. And there's his buddy.
Oh, his mouth is sewed shut.
A little bit Tim Burton-ish there. A little bit overdone. Oh, there was a foot in the scene. Quentin Tarantino got what he wanted.
That would be really cool right here if you had a close-up of a toe. A toe in there. Yeah. Put a toe.
Killing the butcher.
He needed a better kill. That was
Yeah,
a lame
he
kill
needed
for
the
him.
axe
He's
out
gonna
of the
get
head.
up in 2 minutes and be like, "Hey guys, somebody's on the loose. We need to get him."
Yeah.
The prices. Elite hunting. 5,000 for Russian. 10,000 for European, and 25,000 for American. So.
What was that
But
number
nothing,
again?
nothing for a Japanese though.
I like
Well,
how
they
it's.
say it later. The guy's like, "I paid 50,000 for a
Oh,
special
damn.
girl."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on his card, it said Oriental on the back.
Oh.
This money better be shit.
Rick Hoffman.
Who is that guy?
He
Rick
was. What was he on? Shit, I can't think.
He was crushing this scene.
Yes,
man.
he kills it. Like he comes in because I think he's
I
supposed
think
to
he
be
was
high.
in Spin City.
Yeah, he's high off adrenaline or cocaine or something. If you go by the logic of the second movie, he's probably won every upper ever created. So,
What, European?
and that's why I love like they take this scene and they expand on it so much in part two. You know, by showing the two businessmen coming over and like all the shit they do. I think that's great.
American.
Ain't that a bitch? Big spender. I
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
love
Fuck
that.
yeah, you are.
I fucking love that shit. You know what they
I
got?
knew it, man.
They told me they love it special. I've been waiting for almost a week for this shit. I mean, like, for 50 grand, she better be worth it. You know what I mean? Think of this. Come on, let me see yours.
And that's the other thing I like at the end. Well, I won't give away the second movie. Eyeball scene.
Hey, buddy. Get your own fucking room. I paid for this.
It's so disturbing.
What are you, fucking deaf?
He died so great.
He did a good job. He actually hurt himself doing that.
I heard that. Yeah.
Oh my God! Did it really do this? I guess clips are over.
I know.
Nah, just show him cutting that thing off.
Dude, when the yellow pus comes out, oh,
It's awesome.
gnarly.
It's awesome. Ah, bleh.
Oatmeal.
Wow. Nope.
Payback's a beat.
No meal.
Oh, come on.
Did you clip the unedited version or the theatrical version? For
Well,
the
I
ending?
clipped
gay version.
him running over them, but evidently everything blacked out. So Got the kids checking out.
That's those kids. That was a good one too. Those kids said, "Fuck your guns."
Smash.
Oh yeah.
Skull
They just
bashing.
crushed his skull.
Give me some bubble gum.
Yeah, bro.
Those are like your Ukrainian kids fucking up Russian soldiers.
Train. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Evidently, my converted them wrong. I'm gonna have to check them in the future. All right, everything's unviewable from. All right, so that's clips. Okay, so I fucked up. I clipped the alternative ending. Like I said, I don't care much for it. I think I like the theatrical ending better.
Me too.
So,
Me too.
So, all right, that is Hostel. Let's go to recommendations. My first one is going to be Hostel 2 because, like I said before, I think it's a perfect continuation. I think it's just as good as this movie. It's just wonderfully done. It sticks with you. That ending is killer. So, yeah, highly suggest watch them back to back. I almost did that the other night. I was just like, man, I'm really in the mood for the second one just because I think it fits it so well. So,
Did it have all the hitters?
Bro, it's got some hitters in it.
It's much more female centric.
Yeah, it's really good though, so I highly suggest checking it out.
Same guy.
Second one I'm going to recommend is going to be The Hills Have Eyes from 2006.
Oh, nice.
Simply because of the violence level is kind of along the same lines as this. When you get to that third act, it just goes through the roof, and it's creepy, and it just got that twist. That it's just a good movie all around. I've never seen the original, but I like this remake quite a bit.
Dude, the original is fucking grindhouse gold.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. All right, what do you guys got? Recommendations? Who wants to go first? Jay's up.
Well, if we're going to talk about pretty much the cornerstone of ritualistic death and whatnot, I don't think you can go much farther than Last House on the
beautiful.
Dude.
Either one.
Couldn't get through the remake because of the rape scene. It bothered me too much. I was like,
rough,
that's
man.
completely fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a rough watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And some would actually, I mean, I would never be one to quantify or whatever, but yeah. Have you seen the original?
No.
I have. It's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, Doc, I'm going to tell you this much. The original is worse.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yep.
The remake, I think they knew they were in a different time. It's kind of like when they remade The Evil Dead. They had to tone down the tree scene because times had just changed between that.
Like,
do
they up some things in the remake, and there's other things they massively downplay.
So Miles, in the musical, the Evil Dead musical, is there a tree rape scene? Is there like an entire scene where the tree comes out and sings?
There is no rape in the musical. There is a tree attack scene that you can, I guess assume what happens, but it doesn't take it that far.
All right, cool.
I'm going October 30th, Miles. Lindsay and I can't wait.
I'm excited, man.
Raph, what you got?
8mm.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
He's a private investigator, and he starts investigating some snuff films, like really well-made snuff films.
Phoenix was the clerk.
What was that?
Joaquin Phoenix was in that movie. He was the
yes. Joaquin Phoenix was in there.
Joaquin.
It's such a great film. Watch it. It's not for easy viewing. It's it does show a lot of great sex scenes where the girl ends up being dead. So, yeah. Just fair warning.
Yeah. You said great sex scenes is what I heard. So just.
Oh yeah, that's how they start. Snuff films. Have you not seen those?
No, I'm good. I always reminded of 8mm. So when they opened the movie theater, where in the small town I'm from, they had a private screening of the first movie, and they invited all these families and stuff to the screening.
Oh my!
And they ended up showing 8mm.
Oh,
not a movie to start with. All
Look, everybody, Nicolas Cage.
Everyone loves Nicolas Cage. Oops, bad movie. No, it's a good movie. Who's next for recommendations? Miles, what you got?
Oh, go ahead, Hobby.
I was just gonna say, The Devil's Rejects.
Oh, nice.
Kind of like in the theme of tonight's film, I guess. I really like the movie, especially that hotel room scene or the motel room scene.
Oh my god, dude! When he fucking makes the woman go down on him is one of the most disturbing things, and it's very subtle. Like you don't really see it, but you do see it. And like if you watch the behind the scenes, the guy who plays Otis,
he was legit uncomfortable.
Oh, he's like, I don't like doing this. This is my job. But he goes, I don't like. What is that guy's name? I would know at any other moment of the day. He played
Bill Moseley.
Yes, thank you.
Bill
so
Moseley.
Much. Yes.
And my second rec is gonna be The Green Inferno,
which is also directed by Eli Roth And I've never seen it, but I've heard it's a remake of Cannibal Holocaust. Is that right?
Well,
it's not an homage to
Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, they literally list all the movies it ripped off. Like, he's very honest about it. So, yeah, there's a bunch.
All right, Miles, what you got?
I was going to go with another Eli Roth movie, very different than this one because it's more of a psychological take on it, but it's another take on the honeypot concept, and it's Knock Knock, starring Keanu Reeves.
Yep. Gotta watch out if the two girls invite you to the spa or invite them in, man, things are gonna go badly.
Mm-hmm.
David, what you got for your recommend?
Jacob was kind enough to post it in the chat.
Oh, that's right. I gotta pull it up.
I highly recommend you guys check it out. It's Broken. Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails short film was so realistic looking. The FBI actually investigated it because it looks like a legit torture abduction, a VHS type of film.
Hey, look at it's Pung. How appropriate.
Where is it?
I'm sorry, Punk. I was just joking. I swear to God, I was just joking. I wasn't mean like what's his face, like Tony Hinchcliffe was.
Here we go. All right.
But yeah, this is, and I can't believe that this is on YouTube still. Like the scenes in this. There you go. You go.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Trent Reznor directed this, you said?
He didn't direct it. It was from his idea. It was some guy directed it. But this is one of those things that was passed around on VHS in the 90s, and it had this lore about it. And like I remember at a show, when I was in a grunge band, someone coming up to me, and it was just a blank VHS tape, nothing on it. And he was like, "Hey, you like Nine Inch Nails? You gotta check this out." And I put it in, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So in between the music videos are these little like vignettes of this guy being picked up, this teenage boy being picked up and tortured.
Wow.
And so it's like, yeah, it's really fucking graphic and like realistic looking. Like I said, so much so that the FBI actually investigated it as a real snuff film.
Very similar to Cannibal Holocaust, I believe.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of Mr. Plinkett. If you know what that is, then you win. All right, guys, that is the podcast. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Next week, we will be taking a look at Jaws, so that shall be awesome. I can't wait to do that. Hopefully,
I just watched it again.
Yeah, dude, I love Jaws.
That movie.
I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. With that said, keep horror in your heart. Keep horror in your heart. And
don't you want to know where we are?
Where are we?
Well, I'll be at the State Fair of Texas.
Oh, yeah. I apologize.
I'll be at Hyenas on the 20th and the 26th. I think I'm going to be at the Addison Improv.
I'm so sorry about that, dude. I'm so sorry. Yes, so David's going to be doing lots of shows. Miles, where can they find you on the internet?
I'm everywhere. I miss your most days off, and this coming weekend I'll be performing both Friday and Saturday night at the Plano Comedy Festival. And then thank you so much. And then the following weekend is opening night of Evil Dead the Musical, which runs the 21st through the 6th of November.
Fuck yeah, dude. Congratulations. Raph, where can you find you? Can't hear you, Raph. You're out.
Unmute, brother.
If we can get everybody to come out October the 13th to Addison for the Open Mic Podcast live recording. Everybody come out, support. Thank you guys.
That's my anniversary, bro. I can't. Lindsay will divorce me.
Yeah, I can't do that. Can't do that.
Surprise her and take her to the Addison.
That's her dream anniversary date. Yeah.
Surprise! By the way, I'm doing a tight 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Javi, where can they find you?
Cool.
Blank, bro. I just blank. You can find me on Instagram and TikToks for decent art at Javi Bear Studios.
Javi Bears.
Or if you just hit me up in chat, yeah, Javi Bear.
Javi Bears. Jay, you're going to Ego Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing it like big like I've done in years past. I'm doing a few select days a week when I can kind of get in, but I want to do quality this year. So yeah, I've got to do some fun. So I'm just having a lot of fun with it this year. I'm definitely going to do probably 2 or 3 entries this week. Taking a vacay starting on Saturday for a week, and then I will be with Duck at Retropalooza at the Arlington Esports Arena. So y'all should all come out and say hi to us, support retro gaming, and
It's like,
when is
Very
that?
cool.
dude, it's the 22nd and the 23rd. It literally is my first Christmas. Like, I'm freaking out about it. That's
And it's during the day, so it closes at 5, so you don't worry about it ruining your nights.
And then after
Nice.
that will
Alright.
be the fucking the punk rock prom is what I'm calling it. But it's the nerd-tastic dress up in your cosplay and come out and dance your mind away prom. It'll be freaking awesome. I can't wait.
Sounds rad,
Sounds
you
like
can
a
check
sex
it.
party.
Yeah, it's gonna be sex party. God, that'd be awesome.
Nerd orgy. I'm in.
Cosplay sex party.
If 2 girls invite me to the spa, guess who's going? You can
You're
check
like, I've seen how this ends, and I don't give a
But
shit.
I'm still
fine.
going.
Hey, when you get back from vacation, you're taking over hosting duties. It sounds like.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
By the way,
ironically,
did an awesome job last week. By the way, you guys really killed it. So yeah, that was awesome. At first, I was like, I can't believe they did it without me. Then I was like, ah, fuck it, who cares? It's
we tried, dude. We tried to get you on. We were like,
We
we're
begged
calling
you to
you.
come on, dude.
It's all.
I was
good.
about to go knock on every door over at your apartment complex.
Until you found me. Like, get out of bed, Duck. All right, you can find us at wearepodcast.podbean.com, where you can find all the podcasts. Check out our social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, /wearepodcast. And you can find us every Monday for Camp Slash Horrorcast. For the past. Keep horror in your heart. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Happy birthday to Jake, who's not here right now.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jake.
birthday, Jay.
And Javi was saying
Thanks for
something.
finding that 9 Inch Nails snuff film for me.
Yes. And